what day is it? And isn't it interesting how if it's Christmas Day, we seem to have a different attitude about life. If it's our birthday, we seem to have a different perspective on the day. We get excited because it's our birthday. Perhaps if it's a public holiday or it's a long weekend or if it's a Saturday and you don't have to go to work. Well, here's an interesting question. Wouldn't it be awesome to make every single day as special as every other day? Now, there's a challenge there, of course, because how could you appreciate the really special days like Christmas and birthday and holidays if you didn't have some really lousy, horrible, stinky, yucky days? And that's the appreciation process. Could we be thankful for every day? If every day is not awesome, if every day doesn't produce happiness and laughter and beautiful people in our life, could we still appreciate that day? And if we appreciate the really lousy, stinking, rotten days, is it possible then that the Christmas days and the birthdays and the holidays and the special days become even more special because we've got a contrast? One of those really special questions to ask on a day-to-day basis, and at our house it always starts like this: what am I thankful for? When Cayman and I wake up in the morning, the first thing we say to each other is I love you, and then the next thing is what am I thankful for? And often for us, the things that we're thankful for are the really tough, ugly, awful, yucky stuff that most people would whinge, moan and complain about. And I share that with you because we're pretty old people and we appreciate the fact that the people that we've become, if you're tough and strong and mentally resilient, is it possible that that happens because you've had really tough times? If every day was happy and exciting and bubbly and awesome, is it possible that we wouldn't get any tougher or stronger? The beautiful days don't make us tougher and stronger. It's the ugly, horrible days that make us the strong people that we need to become. And there's another great question. As a leader, as a parent, as a teacher, as a coach, as a pastor, as a boss, as a manager, if you're in a leadership position, is it possible that we need to look at every day as an opportunity? If you're the leader of a group or you're a coach of a team or you're a parent and you wake up with, oh, it's a terrible day and I don't want to go to work today and I wish it wasn't Monday, I hate Mondays and I wish it was Friday, and that concept of one day is better than another. Do people look at us even on a tough day, if you're in a leadership role, to be the person who can turn a tough day into a learning day or into a growth day? Have you ever experienced a beautiful day like Christmas or a gorgeous day like your birthday or a beautiful sunny day in the middle of summer and you're supposed to be on holidays having a great time, but you allow somebody to steal that from you? Have you ever had a Christmas that wasn't so much fun, or you had a birthday that you don't ever want to remember, or you had a day that really wasn't, it was just a yucky day? Is it possible that life's going to throw those at us on a regular basis? And if you've never had any of those days, how would you get tougher and stronger? How would you get wiser? How could you learn from a really bad experience if you don't have any bad experiences? And how can you appreciate a great day if you haven't had a yucky one? And especially on those days where they're supposed to be a great day. So if you ever had I'll ask a question again, if you've ever had a Christmas where it didn't go the way you wanted it to, or you had a birthday that was just yucky, the next birthday, the next Christmas, is that a great opportunity to switch that around where you say, well, last Christmas was terrible, but we're never going to allow that to happen again, and we're going to make this Christmas extra special because of what happened last Christmas. I had an awful birthday with some terrible experiences or yucky things happened, but that's a memory that I'm actually not going to try and forget that happened. I want to remember that it happened so that I can keep reminding myself that I'm going to get better and stronger and wiser because of that horrible experience. And I'm going to appreciate every other birthday and every other Christmas and every other day because of what happened. For those of us, and I'm not sure how many people there are, but I was actually brought up without Christmas, without birthdays, without Mother's Day, Father's Day, Easter, any of those normal days. And I'm sharing that with you because it gave me a different perspective on those days. One of the beautiful memories I have in my life, I came home from school one afternoon and my father had bought me a new piano. And I share that because And when I asked him why did you buy me this, he just said, because I love you. And that's one of the challenges I share with a lot of people is, do we just focus on being a nice person or being a giving, generous person or giving gifts on those particular times of the year or times of the expectation days? And I use an example of some of the Christmases I've had since I was a child. I've experienced where, and I'll give you an example, there was one Christmas where the suggestion was that instead of giving gifts for Christmas, that we would take the money from those gifts and take a group of children shopping to be able to buy gifts for children that would never get gifts at Christmas. And it was met with some pretty uncomfortable and no way, we're not doing that because it's Christmas and we want to get as many gifts as possible. I've been at some Christmases where, and I'm a generous lady and I love to buy things for people, but I've been to some Christmases where I've been very generous and bought some people some beautiful things, and because there were so many things and there was an expectation of I'm going to get a whole heap of gifts and what am I going to get for Christmas, that the beautiful experience of giving and receiving gifts seemed to be lost in the where's all my gifts and why didn't I get what I wanted, and then people complain that they didn't get the gift that they wanted or wish that grandma didn't buy me that, I don't even like it. And it's made me really appreciate, first of all, my upbringing, which was without those days. As an adult, I've chosen to put some special things like birthdays and Christmas and Easter back into my life, but for the right reasons. And I'm asking this very personally because I would love every day to be an exceptional day for everybody. And I use that word for a reason, that every day has a reason to be remembered. Whether it was because a terrible thing happened or because a beautiful thing happened. Whether you remember one Christmas because it was really yucky and another Christmas that was really beautiful. I always ask people on your birthday, make that day a memorable day so that you can always look back over your life and say, well, this is what I did for my 20th birthday, and this is what I did for my 27th birthday, and this is what I did for my 35th birthday, this is what I did for my 41st. And the reason I'm using those unusual numbers is most people remember, well, yes, on my 21st, on my 30th, or my 40th, or my 60th, or my 80th. But why not celebrate the unusual birthdays with just as much passion and enthusiasm? Probably my great question is this. We only get a certain number of days. Yes, there's 365 days in every year, and some of those days are public holidays. Some of those, we have a birthday, we have Christmas, we have Easter, Mother's Day, Father's Day. But what if the days that we're given and we don't know how many they are? So if there's 365 in a year, will we get another year? We don't know. Will we be here for another 40, 50, 60, 70 years? We don't know. What we do have control over is how we are today. So whether today is Christmas for you, or it is your birthday, or it is just a wow day Wednesday in the middle of any old boring week, what will you do today to make today really special? And that's one of the things, we start the day with what we're thankful for, but at our house we finish the day, every day, with how did I add value today? What did I do today to add value to my world? And it gives us a really important focus. For me, it's a very special focus because we ask the question every day. So you're forced to answer the question, what am I thankful for today? Tough time, horrible time, or great time, yucky people, horrible people, or beautiful people. Yucky experiences, great experiences, be thankful for them all. And at the end of the day, and we ask the question every day and we have to come up with an answer, is how did I add value today? And if you've got that focus where you're appreciative of everything that happens and you've got a focus on not taking from the world, but giving to the world, how did I add value today? Now, sometimes that's I did a chat for 1,000 people, and it's easy to say, well, yeah, I did a professional talk and there was 1,000 people there. My focus is never on the 1,000 people. My focus is always if I can add value to one person's life, whether it's because of something I said or something I did or something that I reminded somebody of or a song that I played that helped somebody have a great memory, how did I add value to at least one person's life today? And could that make life worth living? So if it is Christmas, rather than how can I give presents to everybody and it's a beautiful day, but in particular, is there one person that I can make them feel really special today? Is there something I can do for myself and for other people today that will really add value to their world, to the world? And if you've got that focus in your headspace every day, is it possible that the world could be a nicer place? If I wake up in the morning and I think about how can I gossip, criticise and pull people down today, I'm sure the world wouldn't be very nice for me and not very nice for other people. I can't change. I think some people actually do wake up doing that. How can I make people miserable today? And maybe no, they don't do it consciously, but they do it subconsciously. But I don't want to live my life like that. How about you? I want to be the person that can literally every morning be thankful for my life, look forward to my life, and then at the end of the day say the reason that I loved my life today was because this is how I added value. So in advance of the next 365 days, a super duper Santa time to you, as I call it. May you have a happy, awesome, amazing Santa time. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. And I share that because you're special every day, but on your birthday you're twice as special, so that's why I sing that song. If you're a mum, have a beautiful Mother's Day. If you're a dad, have a spectacular Father's Day. Whatever public holiday, whatever holiday you go on, whatever special days you have in your year this year, may they be awesome and memorable and spectacular. But I don't wish bad things on anybody, but if bad things happen, and they do, and they will, to not expect them would be naive. And isn't it awesome if you are aware that bad things happen, and if you plan for them, when they arrive, they're actually not that scary, they're not that bad. And I'll use my beautiful example for that. Is it possible that we will pick up germs or bugs or a virus? It's a very topical question at the moment. And the answer is yes. The human body is bombarded every day with germs and bugs and viruses, grotty, horrible things. Well, can you plan for that? So it's not negative. Expect that it's going to happen. But if you plan for it, which means you have a fit, strong, healthy body, a fit, strong, mentally tough mind, you drink plenty of water, you get all the vitamins, minerals and phytochemicals and antioxidants you need to fight germs, bugs and viruses. You have an immune system that's really strong because your body's really fit and your bones and muscles are really strong. You have a central nervous system that fires up with energy and enthusiasm when you get puffed and when you lift heavy, so that your body is aware that if it's under stress, it can get away. That's a beautiful thing about training your body to deal with stress. Exercise produces stress for your body. So sprinting and lifting heavy provides you a stress stimulant. So your body gets really good at fighting stress, running away really fast, being able to fight the stress, which means I'm prepared for the challenge. So if the world throws germs, bugs and viruses at me, I've got a body that's really strong and can handle it. If Mother Nature throws horrible things at me, am I ready for them? And if you live in Australia or New Zealand or America, for example, where we constantly hear about bushfires and floods and droughts and hurricanes and typhoons and all the things that Mother Nature throws at us, if you build a house, for example, the builder in an earthquake zone or the builder in a hurricane zone or the builder in a bushfire zone will have a look at building the house differently, preparing for that challenge. So yes, the world's going to throw horrible things at us. So are we ready for them? Are we prepared for them? Are we strong enough to handle them? And is it possible that if we can deal with those horrible, tough times, that we'll really appreciate a beautiful Christmas? We'll really appreciate a happy new year. We'll really appreciate a magnificent, memorable birthday. We'll really appreciate a Mother's Day or a Father's Day. May every one of your days be a day that you remember because you were thankful for something that happened that day and you added value to your world.